Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Pocono Raceway on June 20th, 2025. This is Truck Series Day at the Pocono Raceway NASCAR weekend. They had qualifying, they had practice first at 12:30, and then qualifying started roughly an hour later, 1:30-ish. And then you had this kind of long wait until the 5 o'clock race, which green flag didn't actually drop till about 5:30. 5 o'clock was more so the driver introductions and kind of the start of the whole, deal with, like I said, driver intros and the national anthem, yada yada, start your engines, warm up laps, stuff like that. So, got out of there probably around 7:15-ish, started leaving the grandstands. But yeah, no, it was a fun day. It's not like it used to be, however, where it's like, you at least get to see the other series practice on Friday. It was strictly just trucks. Nothing really else going on. Not even in the fan zone. There wasn't really any appearances in the fan zone that day by any drivers or anything. But, yeah. Fun day regardless. And hope you enjoy the video.
Who the hell tried to call? Don't they know it's a state holiday?
Pit Road in the blue and white shirt number 15. Justin Cram driving for Mike Farm Racing. Number 74 Toyota. Cram. Tyler Tomasi. Saluting the brave firefighters. Veteran driver. David Moon and Senesta. Cody Dennison. Challenging the time clock next right here is number 1 is Brandon Jones. After 2 years. Certainly could have been a lot worse. You see it up on the one. Toby got away from him up into the wall. So right now the red flag comes out. So the pits is the intention of his crew as we have our first break during this qualifying session. Again, you folks just arriving, we welcome you to Pocono. Keep in mind, the pre-race ceremonies for this afternoon's running of the MillerTech Battery 200. Begin right around 4 o'clock this afternoon. We ran our Snow Code 94 Octane, Fuji by Eric Smith. So top 5 right now, Raja Karuth in 71. Cody Dennison rounding out the top 5. Jack Wood, who ran very strong in our practice session earlier. Number 91 has the turn number 1. Jack Wood driving for McNary, Hookman Racing. Connor Bozak, truck. Heading down the front stretch to the turn number 1. Richard Boyd driving for Freedom Racing Enterprise. Driving for Rayon Brothers Racing. Rockingham. Getting out again in the Nice Motorsports number 45, down the main straightaway, Kate. Number 15.319. So our most recent drivers out are now 1 and 2 on the scoring try line. Challenge them. Ty Majeski in the Door Sport Racing number 98 challenging the Giovanni Ruggiero in number 17 right here. For turn number 1. Spire Motorsports banner, Andres Perez. Quickest for the number 77. And here's Carson Hocevar in the number 7. Three-time NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion, 70s, 80s into the 90s. And he will proudly carry on that family tradition. Racing for Thor Sport Racing, Jake Murphy, 13. 7th. Tanner Gray, the 15 is 5th quickest. Patrick Emmerling. There's Patrick Emmerling on pit road with the Spire Motorsports number 07. Chandler Smith in number 38. Looking for a strong right here. 13th quickest win in the Truck Series. June 7th at Michigan. Took that victory there in number 52.
A place to put my foot. About 32.
Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome NASCAR Xfinity Series driver for Junior Motorsport, Justin Allgaier.
They go out of battle and try to win the race, we just ask to stay. Racing your honor, we just ask you to watch over all the crews, the workers, the fans that are here in attendance, to keep them safe. We just ask you to watch over our country. There's a lot of unrest and unknown, but we just ask that you be with our leaders and our military and all the men and women that fight for this country to keep us safe, keep it free, so we can do these things that we love to do. We just honor you, glorify you, and we do all of this in your name. We love you and praise you.
Please welcome singer and songwriter from Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Kendall Conrad.
Thank you.
mess.
Alright, so this is everything gotten at Pocono. There was no real, like, autograph sessions or appearances in the fanfare on Friday this time. So there's no, hero cards or anything like that. As you can see, I did end up going to the tent where they have, like, old die casts, as I always do every year. And it's always really cool to see what they have in there. First, let's go over the very simple thing, the printed ticket. As you can see, they didn't know when gates would open at this point, but they opened at like noon, and you see Friday, June 20th, you see all the races down there, and of course, nothing on the back or anything. So this is going to be the last thing, the program. I'm just, mentioning it right now as it's, again, something I get every year. But let's go over this. Let's go over the Bobby Labonte one first. As you can see, if you look at the box, look at the car, it doesn't match up. And that is, I'll get to that in a minute, that is because it just straight up was not the right car. I bought this at that tent, aforementioned tent, and it's like, oh, MLB 2000 All-Star Game, that's pretty cool. I've seen that on NASCAR Thunder 2002. That's a pretty cool car. You can see pretty cool artwork on the box and everything too. I guess I'll show that off. And this kind of comes out, and even the little sleeve here says Bobby Labonte 2000 All-Star Game. And yeah, it's a 2000 box and everything. So even that says that it's supposed to be the MLB car. Well, we look at the car, it is not. According to the bottom, it's from 2002. And I don't know officially what this would be called. It says All American Heroes, Let's Roll. I think it's a 9/11 related car, because I believe that's a saying from 9/11 when they were taking down, when the passengers of the plane in Pennsylvania were taking the plane back. I believe that's a saying that went around. But anyway, I'm not saying it's not a cool car. As you can see, it is a cool car. It's a car that I didn't know even existed ever. I've never seen this paint scheme ever, so this is pretty cool to have. It's just not what I bought for $40. So, but anyway, it is pretty cool regardless. I'm not going to complain too much. It's still a cool car to have. Very random one. Nothing, something that wouldn't normally be in my collection, but here we are. You can see the wheels do move. The trunk does open, barely. The hood opens. You can see interstate batteries on the inside. I don't do a lot of die-cast videos anymore, but I do when I get them from a track. Not felt, but some sort of material for the window net that's not plastic. As you can see, the red, white, and blue all over the car, as I already mentioned on the hood. So yeah, pretty cool car. And all the little sponsors on the side: Food Line, Banquet, ConAgra, and others. Now this one is an accurate car. This is actually what I bought for $5 less than the other one, for $35. And this is another car that I did not know existed. I've never seen this car. I like to think that I'm pretty well versed in paint schemes, especially ones going back to the early 2000s, but these are just two cars I've never seen before, including this one, which surprises me because it's a sports related car. It's an NHL All-Star Game 2004 car that was run during the Bud Shootout in 2004. I'm just so surprised. I've never ever seen this car before, and I'm not just talking about the diecast, I'm talking about, at all. I've never seen this before. Let's take a look at the box. There you go, All-Star Game in Minnesota. As you can see, 2,376 of these were produced. And there you go. Now I kept this around because I noticed this is like, I don't think I'll ever use it, but I don't think I'll ever had a die cast that included one of these where it has a cloth. So if you wanted to really protect it and store it away, you can just, I'm not going to fully put it in there, but you see what I'm getting at. You can just store it in this little cloth thing. I'll keep it around just in case, because it is supposed to, go with the car. That's kind of cool. So anyway, onto the car itself. It is really kind of just a, well, I shouldn't say it's a standard Dodge car. The only place where it really has the NHL All-Star Game logo is on the hood, is what I'm getting at. Although on the side, as you can see, there is kind of the Minnesota Wild logo with the trees and the star. If you are not versed well with NHL, the star is there because the team that's now the Dallas Stars used to play in Minnesota as the North Stars, so they're kind of playing homage to the team that's now in Dallas. NHL Super Skills, whatever that is, on the quarter panel. And yeah, I am super excited to have this car because, again, going into this, I no clue that this ever existed. So this is really cool. Obviously, for a while, every year you had the MLB All-Star cars and the World Series cars, mostly on the Budweiser sponsored things. But I have never seen an NHL All-Star Game car, never seen this paint scheme ever. I was very, very excited when I saw this because this is just something that I've never seen. And like I said, even though it's the wrong car, I'm happy to have this one too because this is another one that I've never seen before, die-cast or pictures or anything. I never knew about this car, so I'm excited about both of them, even though one of them is not what I bought. But anyway, here's the program. Zoom out. There we go. And we'll just quickly run through this here. Content schedule of events. They always have these bunch of pictures here. Collage, if you will. Have some ads, of course, as you naturally do. And some articles. Did I skip a page? Yes, I did. Not that it matters too much. But yeah, I haven't read through this. Like, I've skimmed through this at the track, but I didn't actually go in and read this. But there does seem to be a healthy amount of things to read about here. Very real picture, not Photoshop. But yeah, as you can see, they go through the Hall of Fame class here. This is pretty cool. Cup Series. I'm not sure, this is just a bunch of stuff with stats. Said I'm not quite sure what all that is because I haven't read it yet. Think about the championship, Xfinity. More stuff about that series. Paul Geyer, champion. Now we're on to the trucks. I guess, is it just kind of like a history? I'm not really sure. It does show the champion after everything. And even though ARCA does not go to Pocono anymore, we still have a little bit here about Pocono. And IMSA for some reason. Which, by the way, there is a Roval that could be made out of Pocono. Let's just bring IMSA there. That'd be cool, right? In-season tournament, which it starts next week. I still don't understand the in-season tournament thing. I don't get it. To be fair, I haven't really tried to understand it. I haven't looked too much into it, but I'm not really sure how it's gonna work. I'm sure, obviously, they have a way that's gonna work. Here's your roster of drivers for the Cup Series. And also on the right, you have the crews for the Joe Gibbs Racing drivers. MillerTech. Here is Xfinity. And of course, every single driver may not be in here. Late entries, guys who aren't full-time, yada yada. Great picture with eyes open. Oops, zoomed out too far. There we go. Corey Heim, last year's winner. And onto the trucks. And you'll see, you know, not a full field of trucks, of course, for reasons I just mentioned. And here's your map key. There's the fanfare. All of that. And I believe that's it. So, yeah. Yeah, that's it for this Pocono trip. Hope you guys enjoyed. And, yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.